All right, so this is the Gibberish. I'm here with Jimmy and Trizzy. We're going to give you a quick bio of ourselves to tell you what the Gibberish is about. Jimmy, would you like to start?
It's about, well, I'll tell you what it's not about. It's not about news. It's not about politics. We're just going to basically talk about, I guess, our past, our present, and our future. It's kind of lame. It's but I'll go with it. It's just basically our lives. You know, we've been friends for a long time, plus 10 years now.
Around almost 15 years, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I have myself, Jimmy. I have a son on the way in less than 2 months. So the godfather is gonna be Lex, and of course, uncle. Pseudo uncle will be Trizzy. So my practice was just that I wanted my son to have some of the stories in case I forget them. So that was my reasoning for starting.
That's a good reason.
The podcast, but I'll leave it to Trizzy and then Lex to basically identify what they are trying to do out of this.
All right, that's good. All right, so I'm Lex. I didn't really have an agenda, the reason why we're doing this. I just kind of thought about doing it with, it's just something we talked about, while recording this. And
but you could be a little honest. It was post something.
Oh, I mean, it was post. You know what? Honestly, okay, so after venting with you guys a few times, okay, I did vent a lot. It just like, I don't know, you brought it up one of the days we were talking to you about it. You brought up the whole recording us in the basement, in the garage thing.
Yeah.
So maybe a little here and there said, oh, like us talking about kind of stuff like this and people relating to certain things is a good idea. As James said, we're not going to talk about politics or everyday news and stuff like that. Just like things that guys usually talk about with each other. Even girls, what they talk about sometimes, possibly too. And there was that time I told you when I was working, I was talking to the dude about, I think, the formula. And I was like, yo, people talk about this stuff, you know what I mean? And if we talk about it, maybe they'll listen, maybe we can give advice or, you know what I mean? And we have some funny stories and stuff like that.
And we'll end up explaining what the formula is. We didn't really explain that, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Basically, that's about it, really. Trizzy, what you got?
I'm Trizzy. I'm the one who doesn't really have an agenda.
It's just along for the ride, guy. Yeah.
I'm along for the ride, but I will kind of indulge in. I will give my stories, and they'll participate in everything that we talk about, which will
be a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Be a lot of stuff, a lot of topics, a lot of stuff. I guess people in groups usually talk about, or maybe don't talk about, but it is interesting. So,
and we do have garage talks or garage hangouts where we have maybe 9 or 10 of our friends, and we're in my garage and we talk for like 3, 4, or 5 hours. So,
which is where I can honestly say it kind of.
Yeah, where it came from.
Where it came from, we can't ever forget that.
Now, I'm sure the audio right now is not the best audio, but we'll see how the first one goes. We'll see, how
many listeners we get, if we get any.
Yeah, how it goes in general, and we'll see if from there if we're going to be investing more time or whatever the case may be. But for now, this is what we're going to give you. So I guess
we're gonna have to just take it.
That's it. For now.
That's it. So, I mean, we can start off with the first topic.
Yeah. The way the breakdown is going to be, from what I thought, again, it's up in the air since this is new, we first start with the topic of the week. We move into a segment called Girl of the Week, and I guess that explains itself. And then the last segment will be Story of the Week, which would be a story from either, I guess, our past or
whatever.
Or in the future, whatever case may be. But we've been through quite a bit, so we have some stories.
There's probably more stuff to come, so stay tuned for that stuff.
Why don't you start with the formula?
Oh, you want to start with the formula?
Yeah,
since I mentioned it?
Since you mentioned it, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. So basically the formula is how you would rate a girl in a sense of, how would I say this? Like, Whether or not to determine if the girl's a hoe or not. Let me just, I'm not going to try to be all, civil. I'm just going to tell you straight. It's whether they determine if the girl's a hoe or not, if you're going to date her, if she's wifey material, etc. I believe James is the first one to give me the formula.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We'll have to figure that part out.
Sorry. I meant Jimmy.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I told you. It's natural.
Repeat what you said, but then we just cut that. But
it's true.
Jimmy was the first one.
Yeah. So, Jimmy's the one that gave me the formula, and
I found it on where did I find this? I didn't make this up. I found it somewhere, so it's not my formula.
So you found it online or something? Research?
Fuck.
It's years ago though.
It's been a while.
We moved out to the apartment. Even before that, you told me what the formula.
The formula, it basically can't determine if she's wifey or not, but it can at least determine. It's gonna sound so sexist.
Yeah,
whatever.
But it is what it is.
Basically, you take the number or the age that the girl lost her virginity, right? And the age. Wait, what does it go again? The age she lost her virginity.
Age she lost her virginity to the age that she is now.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So the age she is now minus the age of her virginity. I'm married. Yeah. By the way, I'm married, so I haven't done this in a long time, so I don't know. The age she is now minus the age she lost her virginity, and then you multiply it by 2.
You multiply by 2. That's the max that she can have.
So that's the max number of guys she should have slept with.
Right.
And if it's more than that, I guess
it's a no-go. It's a no-go.
And if again, this is not our beliefs. I guess it's just something that we've been using.
It's a little we use it as a little foundation from time to time.
Figure it out.
You ask a girl within you don't find this out on the first date, guys. You know what I mean. You don't ask her, when did you lose your virginity and how many guys. You don't ask that. But I mean, eventually that topic does come up. So let's say in general, respected girls, she said she lost it at 16 because girls lose it at prom. Okay.
Did you fucking prom?
No.
I didn't fucking prom.
We did that. Prom was really bad.
Yeah.
So she lost, let's say, at 16. Let's say the age that we are now, we're 27. Yeah. Almost for some of us.
Yeah.
So let's say 27. So we say that's 11 years. So multiply that 2, that's 22. So if you ask the girl,
how many guys have you slept with?
Exactly.
And it's more than 22, then you should hit the door.
Yeah, you should leave right away.
You get hit or wrong. You don't have to leave right away.
Yeah.
You could still. This is terrible. You could still have sex with her.
Yeah.
It's just we wouldn't suggest.
From a personal experience.
From a personal experiences, we wouldn't suggest marrying that one. Maybe.
Yeah.
But as she gets older, the number gets wider. So. I guess.
But if the formula stays in the brackets
of
that, then we kind of think that maybe that's okay as a pass. But you also have to remember whatever number she gives you, you multiply that by 2 as well.
That's true as well.
So she tells you it's 10 guys, that's 20 guys.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't.
Yeah, Tristan doesn't believe in that. Sorry.
There you go. I think it depends on the girl. I think it really depends on the girl. Because you have to times that number
by 2.
Right.
The number that she gives you.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the girl, because some girls don't care; they're just straight up, and some girls are.
So that's your judgment you have to use at the same time.
Yeah, no, definitely that would, depending on the girl telling me, I'll decide if I should be timesing by 2 or not.
Okay. What kind of vibe do you think you have to get from her not to?
That's a good question.
Not to.
That's a good question. How do you determine when you should times? First, what we're saying is, maybe the rule is a little convoluted, is when a girl gives you her number, right? Say she slept with 7 guys. Because of society and whatnot, girls usually don't give the right number. They'll knock off a couple.
Fidget it a bit.
They'll fidget it to lower it. That's what I've experienced in my past. So the rule of thumb that again I found in this abstract location is, you take the number she gives you. Say she gives you number 8. And you multiply it by 2, so it's really 16, and then you use the formula
on that.
That
way that it's not more than that.
Yes, if it's more than double, then
you got a problem. But you did deal that one girl who told you straight up.
Yeah, and that was a problem.
Maybe
that would be girl of the week. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Okay. But just to elaborate, so Trizzy, what when do you determine if you personally do you double her number or not? You said it depends on the girl.
I think in talking to her, and getting to know her a little bit, I think like if she was, let's say for example, if she was, let's say she told me she was a party girl, right, between ages 18 to 25.
Yeah.
Right, and let's say she was single during those years, right? Then if she gave me a number like 5, chances are I probably would double. Yeah, I probably would double, and I wouldn't necessarily believe her. But if she's like
going to church,
yeah, exactly. If she's like, I mean, we had our fair share of clubbing. If I never seen her, let's say she's the same age, I never seen her out. Not much people really know about her.
Okay.
And
Very low
she
key.
gives me a low number, and I'm like, maybe it's a bit higher, maybe not double, but maybe it's a bit higher, or maybe it's the same. But then from there, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I believe you.
And what is from out of town? then you're fucked.
In that sense, yeah. You're taking a risk in general when you're talking to a girl from out of town. I feel.
But usually, when I'm talking to a girl out of town, I'm not really looking for anything serious.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But sorry,
no, go ahead.
But another thing we can mention is again. It's very misogynistic or whatever the word is, I don't know. But the whole facts that you do that a lot. Before you date any girl, bro, you always go and ask people.
Background check.
Yeah, the background
check. You gotta
check.
do a background check sometimes.
Yeah, not everyone does background checks.
Not everyone does background. The only reason why I do background checks is because I don't want to be walking downtown.
Why don't you explain what a background check is?
Background check is very simple. Everyone has that one or two friends who's like more popular than you are.
Yeah.
Okay. I happen to have one who's very popular in the clubbing field.
Yeah. He's a promoter, yeah.
Promoter and everything. So he knows girls. So whenever basically I talk to a girl, if we have friends in common, I'll ask him about it. So obviously you just ask that person if they know who this person is.
How do you know if you have friends in common?
Well, use Facebook.
There you go. That sounds right.
Yeah. You do use Facebook and whatnot. Also, I've come to another realization that there's always those dudes that you know who smash pure hoes, right?
Okay.
And if they have that girl in common with you, then you know. I was talking to that boy about that the other day, and I said exactly, if these 3 people are common friends with this girl, chance that one of them hit it, and she's not that she's dirty, but she's probably been around. Okay, and that's just a general thing. Not saying that they don't talk to nice girls, but the chances of her being around is much higher, which would kind of back me up a little bit. You know what I mean?
So just to elaborate or to understand what a background check or AKA hoe facts are, is you stalk the girl on Facebook to see how many mutual friends you have, and then review with your mutual friends that you're hopefully close with to see if they know what kind of girl she is, if she's been out there to the clubs a lot. And if that doesn't yield any results, you then try to match the amount of dudes that you know who are killers.
You gotta tell what killers are.
Killers, who are killers, to see if they know her in common. And if more than 3, you said?
I was saying it was just because of those 3 in particular. It could be just because the one people get thrown off. You know what I mean? But I thought about, okay, if these 3 guys who they're friends with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes you'll see a girl that only one of them is friends with.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, maybe he just knew her from around the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if all 3 of them
know her,
I kind of more speculative, and I proved that.
You ask though, right? You don't just assume because they're Facebook friends.
I mean,
you assume.
I assumed a little bit.
You don't ask them.
But this hasn't happened yet to a girl that I'm talking to. So maybe I will ask them eventually. But the funny thing, I seen this girl and I saw them as friends in common. And then when I asked our promoter friend about her, he told me straight up that she was loose. And that's when I came up with that. I was like, well, if they're...
Yo, we're pigs. Not, I realize as we're talking, I've never actually put that much onto it. We're fucked up. It's the way we are. But this is hilarious.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah, so
that's what he told me.
I guess it's
quoting that what he said. I want to ask Tristan about the fact that
could be the scene again.
Trizzy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I want to ask you that when you try to find out what kind of girl she is, do you feel like you're wasting your time with that?
And do you run whole facts
Do you,
on your girls?
do you do whole facts?
No, I don't think you're wrong. Well, the girls I talk to typically, I don't really. I try not to talk to popular girls.
Okay.
So technically, that kind of doesn't eliminate me having to check, but usually I'm in talking to them, and they're already not that popular. Whatever vibe I get, I kind of just go with it.
Mm-hmm. What's not popular?
Not like a lot of if we don't have a lot of if I go on her Facebook and we have very few mutual friends, or let's say she's just not from LaSalle, then it makes me at least a little bit more secure when talking to her,
right?
And then I just move along. I don't really check for anything. I don't think I've ever checked. But the thing is, I've never also considered dating someone serious. Like kind of like not every girl I talk to I'm trying to date serious.
Right.
The ones that I have dated serious, well, I dated them. So you know. And you asked me a question.
It was if how you don't find that if you
wasting my time.
If you don't, because you're judging, you have to find out who she is to judge her to whether or not to use the formula.
Basically, you're saying it's quicker to use the formula.
Or no, I mean, if it depends on how much you feel the girl after. But I'm saying like, okay, let's say you meet a girl, take her on a date or 3 days. Obviously, you smash her. If you're not, whatever, and you get to know her.
This guy said obviously.
Well, I mean, after 3 dates, I mean, it's like I'm saying, like you could smash her. Let's say you don't smash, and you're just getting to know her, right? Yeah. And obviously, that topic's gonna come up. Oh, when did you lose it? Just casually, whatever.
Mm-hmm. After 3 dates.
No, I'm 3 dates, and you're talking to her in between.
Okay,
you know, communication on the phone, text, whatever.
Yeah.
So that conversation is gonna come up. Sex is gonna come up regardless. So obviously that's gonna come up. She's either gonna ask you when you lost it, and you're gonna ask back, or you're gonna ask first.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Either way, it's gonna come up. When it comes up, like, do you use for you to use your judgment? You have to know her longer than maybe 3 dates, right? You have to know her, right? So, let's say it takes you a month and a half to know her.
Yeah.
To use that formula, do you feel like if you use a formula,
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm lost. I'm not sure what you mean.
If I'm wasting my time,
you're wasting time.
If
eventually, if
I find out that it is the bad end of that, and it's after 2 months, do I feel like I'm wasting my time?
Basically,
no, because 2 months for me, first of all, it's not long. I mean, unless I'm trying to like just smash, so it
doesn't matter.
Then no, I'll talk to her for 2 months. It doesn't work out. Then I just start the process again. And I mean, me personally, I haven't gone through that process a lot because I've been mostly in relationships. So, you know, I'm 2 months of talking to a girl and I'm beating, and then eventually it doesn't work. It's not long to me.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
That works.
We'll save. I think we're to go to your actual topic of the week. I don't know what we're doing on time here, but we'll save what killers are for whenever next time it is we do this. So what are your topics? What's your topic for this week?
I thought we were doing the formula as a topic.
Oh no, I'll just.
Oh, we're just talking about the formula.
Okay,
that works.
Oh, we can save your topic for next time. That's up to you.
No, it's fine. We can use it. We can, you know what I mean? How we've only been on it for not even 30 minutes yet. So, what else? Oh, well, the topic I was going to talk about was how not to burn a bridge.
How not to burn a bridge.
Yeah.
Worst person to do.
Yes, exactly. Which is why you're the person who doesn't do it, or you both don't do it, and how I do it, and then you can talk about.
I would say Trizzy burns a couple of birds, not burns them. Trizzy. I am the king non-bridge burner. I'm gonna take that title, and
I don't think I burn bridges at all.
Trizzy.
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say
I think a couple were lit aflame. A couple of them.
Really?
But
not burnt to the ground though. Like
no.
You can never walk across from. Not Lex, me. I could do. I have a swim bag.
Lex burns bridges to the fucking ground. Like there's nothing left. I don't know why he does this. I have a story about that actually. Maybe that'll be a story. We gotta know. But
it's fine. It's fine.
I don't burn bridges at all. And what we mean by burn bridges is basically, and correct me where I'm wrong, my idea of it is after you finish, let me rephrase that. Oh fuck. Let me rephrase that. After you are talking to a woman, let's say you and her mutually, or you decide that, you know, it's not really going to the places you want it to go, you're not looking for a relationship.
It's a wrap. Or
maybe you've found a relationship somewhere else, whatever the case may be, you then exit the scenario. Now, I guess the exiting of the scenario is you walking across the bridge, right?
Yeah, because you're going back to your.
Because you're going back to wherever you're coming.
Well, you guys meet halfway, right?
Yeah.
So then you're walking back, and she's
walking back.
She's walking back,
or maybe she's staying there.
Or she's staying there,
and you're burning it with her on it, right? But you leave that scenario, and if that bridge is still intact, you guys maybe are still friends afterwards. You're still talking. You can say, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
You can walk on and off.
Freely, exactly. But when you fucking dog her out, you don't answer texts, you hang up or whatever it is you do. That's what we would say is burning the bridge. So I'll let Triz and Lex elaborate on that, and I can give us a way how I don't burn bridges. But you. Yeah. Why do you burn bridges?
I don't. Listen, sometimes I don't do it on purpose. It just kind of happens.
It's absolute bullshit.
No, it's just like I don't know. I feel like maybe at times I feel like when I'm talking to them, I'm clear, but maybe it's not as clear as I thought it was. This is new Lex talking though, obviously, right?
Let's talk about old Lex.
No, old Lex. I was just I was more like, I said what I need to say, and it's like. If you don't there's no reason not to understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And maybe at the same time, I didn't elaborate too much. I didn't get deep into why I stopped talking to them or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And they obviously didn't take it the wrong way. I don't know how to prevent not doing it. Prevent not doing it.
Yeah.
It's a learning process. I'm learning not to do it. There's still some girls that I still talk to who I've done stuff with. Here and there, I say what's up, or they say what's up, and it's casual. It's cash.
Okay.
It's cash,
I have an idea of basically for Girl of the Week, without being bait, we could talk about how you burned the bridge with, I'm going to say a name that's not her real name. The one that you recently, not too long ago.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay. Triz, you know what I'm talking about? The one where Lex is like,
the ultimate.
You better move. You're gonna move in, and next week he's like, you gotta move out. That one. Yeah. Okay. So I figured it.
The one that I mixed up names with.
Yeah. That one.
That one. Yeah.
So we'll save that for the for the Girl of the Week.
That works out.
But Triz, you don't feel like you burn any bridges
ever?
I
mean, by your definition, maybe. No, but my definition is the same. It's just that. I don't necessarily have to talk to them. I don't have to be every now and then. How's it going?
So what's your full definition of that bridges and burning?
Once we've let's say we were dating. Let's say we stopped dating for whatever reason. We don't talk anymore.
Right.
But it's not because if I want to reach out to you, you would answer, and if you want to reach out to me, I'd answer. Right. But we don't actually check up on each other.
Okay.
That's understandable. That's not so he didn't burn the bridge. They just mutually just walked off the bridge. It's still there.
Exactly. But it's still the bridge is still good. It's just that we gotta come back to it.
But what's the shape of the bridge? I mean, there's no maintenance on the. I mean, if you're talking to this person,
that's a good question.
If you don't talk to a person for 2 years, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, just how's it going? Or I need this, or. If the bridge is not maintained with the friendly once in a while, hey, or the once every 2 months, how's it going? Yeah. That bridge must be deteriorating or whatever the case may be at some point. How are you going to walk across that?
Maybe, but I wouldn't say it's definitely not burnt.
It's not burnt.
It's it's not as good as it can be. It might require a little maintenance, but it's not burnt where I dogged her out. In my just a general situation, let's say again we were dating, and then whatever, I didn't like her that much. No, that's not true. Let's say I just realized she wasn't wifey type or whatever.
Right.
Right. Your future in it.
I want to kind of distance myself nicely. Right. I'm saying I would never smash. The next day she's trying to call me and I'm just not answering, or texting me, I'm just not answering anymore.
I don't think any of us has done that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I've done that. No. Smash myself constantly and then just go cold on her? No, I've never done that.
No, I've never done
that. I don't think I've ever done that.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, maybe we smash. And then we were talking and smashing. Then we slowly started talking, and maybe it was taking a few months would pass, and slowly maybe I just started talking to someone else. Or so usually I do that, and then she gets the sign. Hopefully she gets the sign, and then she kind of falls back as well. But then often what has happened is 2-3 years down the line, they'll reach out randomly.
Yeah.
Like, hey. I'm like, hey. I'm like, man, this girl must hate me. But she's like, oh, I don't remember what happened last time.
I think they broke up with someone or something happened and they felt like, oh, maybe they hit up with you because, like, you're a nice guy. And,
maybe.
You know?
I think that's another topic as well. It's good for a future one we do is how do you successfully leave a relationship or stop talking to a girl without burning the bridge?
Yeah, well, that's what you're supposed to. That's what because you're the king of that.
Yeah, I am.
So you talking about like how you not do it is basically.
Oh, you want to do this now? We can do this now.
How not to burn the bridge.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
True,
yeah. I forgot what I was going to ask Tristan what he was saying about that, but I mean, I don't feel like I do it intentionally. You know,
I don't think you do it intentionally. I think you just don't give a fuck. I feel like you have tunnel vision on your own feelings, and you just kind of go and say, "All right, this is how I feel right now, so this is what matters." That was cut and dry. I apologize, but
it's fine, and you know, it's at that point, you know, you do realize that you're that, you know, old Lex a little selfish. Old Lex a little selfish. You know, I've learned how to not to do it. At least I hope.
I don't think you've learned.
I mean, I think in like because I didn't do anything this time in that sense.
Well, I guess it's another story. But was that your choice?
No, but I didn't. I mean,
she burned the bridge.
Well, no, because she. I mean, that's what I was gonna say when I was talking to some people. Talking to girls about this because, you know, one girl asked me, why you guys like leaving doors open, as in they stop talking to a girl and say, oh, yo, hit me up if anything, or you can be my friend or whatever. Why you know what I mean? But girls do it too, and I was saying that we do it in a sense of it's just like thoughtful gesture. Do we do it for a thoughtful gesture, or do it just because, you know, and you think maybe a month or 3 months later you want to try hitting it again?
Oh,
you know what I mean? So why do you not do it? Do you do it because you just try to respect? You're doing it respect for a girl, or do you have a hidden agenda behind it?
Well, to answer that, I guess I'll go into how I don't burn bridges. Okay,
yeah.
I think. Let me put it this way: not every girl, but the majority of the girls that previous to my beautiful wife, who I love dearly, that I've been with, I'm still on talking terms. Or listen, we're not friends. I'm not going and seeing them every week to hang out, but we're on talking terms, and I can say, hey, what's up? You know, Merry Christmas, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the way I have a couple ways I don't burn bridges. A couple methods that I use. One is the friend pass off, where I pass it. Sounds terrible. Yeah. Where I pass it over. Oh geez, where I pass the relationship over once it's finished with me. You know, or I'm no longer interested to a certain degree. I do what I like to say, you know, I have a get together at my place, or I'll go to a get together with her and invite her to friends of mine and kind of bring her into the friend circle so that
your friends can attack her.
Maybe my other friends would be, you know, make a move or whatever the case may be, because again, if it's wifey, it's different.
Oh, for sure.
Right? If it's wifey, we have rules among the friends that wifey's off limits. So there's never an issue. But a girl that's not wifey, I'll bring her on the friends, whatever the case may be. And that way, she kind of gets familiar with everyone. And from there, usually, depending on the situation, after a couple of times, I'll start inviting her to hang out as friends and not for sex. And I'll explain what I mean. So if at the beginning, me and her would be hanging out, and I'd say, "I'll reach the crib," and we got sex like once a week, twice a week. The following week, if I'm over the situation, I'll be like, "Yo, you want to go get coffee?" Or I don't drink coffee, but you want to go get a drink, and not bring her back to the spot.
Yeah, you take her home.
I'll take her home. I'll drop her home. I'll send her, "Oh, have a good night." And at this point, she's probably confused because she's like, "Oh, why aren't we having sex anymore?" And then I'll just tell her, "Oh, you know, I'm not really, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, get to know you, whatever the case may be." But I will eliminate sex from the equation completely. I'll still hang out with her. I'll bring her among friends. I'll hang out. I'll go to like not romantic dinners, but like we'll do stuff. But I'm not doing sex. And after a while, it's just kind of fizzles out sexually. She may mention like, "Oh, like, you know, I just tell her I'm not, you know, I'm not in that place right now." Whatever the fuck I say, but I find that that's a good transition into a friendship relationship because we're hanging out as friends.
Okay.
Usually. Or the other method where my friends hop on before they go and they make their move, and but that's usually the way I do it. Among other ways, but that's probably one of the ways that I do it.
Okay. I mean, I've seen that technique.
Have you ever done that? That's what I'm saying. Have you ever hung out with her as friends post?
Who? Oh, about any of the girls you talked to?
Yeah. Have you ever hung out with any of the girls you've had sex with afterwards as a friend?
I've not done anything with any of them after. You mean?
Yeah, nothing after. You just you had sex, and not 3 months later you guys are beefing, and 3 months you guys. I'm talking about right after or soon after, where you're done. Mm-hmm. Have you ever just hung out with them as friends?
I can't say I have.
That's exactly my point.
No, I mean, at the same time, it's what's the point?
See?
Yeah, that's old legs, right? Now I understand why you don't do it. I can say yes, okay, maybe I'll maybe if I don't like the girl as much and I start not feeling it as much, then maybe it's because I can't be an asshole to girls like that. It's kind of messed up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
that's what, but I know for a fact Trizzy does that. You've hung out with girls as friends.
Yeah, he does that. He does that. I mean, I don't know. I think it's because sometimes I think I do have a lot of girlfriends already that are friends. But I don't hang out with all of them. But I do have a handful of them. Not saying that that's the reason why I don't want an extra one or another one. But I just
have a lot of girlfriends that are friends.
Wow.
That you haven't had sex with.
Yeah.
Okay. How many? Without saying names. How many?
Okay.
Actually, if you can say, say fake names. How many friends?
Okay. Well, we have the 4 from high school.
Oh, dog.
But I'm saying those are friends that are few. I got New Year's when we met. What's her name? I don't want to use her real name, but skinny girl. She came to the picnic.
Yeah, I understand. When's the last time you saw her?
Like a month ago.
Okay. When's the last time you saw the group before you mentioned?
I saw her in the mall.
I did see her in the mall.
So full of
You asked me when I was the one time I hang out with her, so I didn't lie.
No,
I didn't lie.
You walked by her in the mall. You count that?
No, I walked by. I saw her working in the mall.
Did you actually see her in the mall?
Yeah.
I thought you guys were fucking around.
No, I forgot I told him that. No, I saw, and then there's the girl that I've known, and I talked to on the phone here and there.
Dog, the 4 you met, the one in the mall don't count. Walking by someone in the mall don't count.
No, then I chilled with her after I saw her in the mall.
Accident.
Yeah, but I still chilled with her, bro.
Okay, the 4 you mentioned, I know the 4 you're talking about. When's the last time you saw them?
I was with light skin and the one with boyfriend. That's our friend as well.
Yeah.
At a party, I was with them at a party a while back. I went to a party.
When was this?
I didn't tell you that I went to this party. I was for what was it? It was
This was last month.
Yeah, it was last month. I went to a party.
A week after your birthday.
I went to where was it? It was freaking. It was at the soccer plex, man.
It was like Army shit. No?
Army Fed. That's what it was.
I think we'd have to redefine what friends are because those don't really sound like friends. I mean, friends are people I speak to
constantly.
I mean, not constantly, but I have an active relationship. I mean, more acquaintances, sure, but bro, are those really friends? Would you say they're friends? Have you ever called up any of those 4 and said, "Yo, let's go do this"?
Yes.
Recently?
Bodybuilding one.
Okay.
And the other one I talked to.
All right.
I talked to her.
You made it sound like you have a ton of friends.
I mean,
we've been struggling naming 2.
Listen, I just don't. You know what? Maybe it's that I don't feel comfortable after bringing a girl around if I'm not to do anything with her. Because then, if she's my friend,
yeah,
and then I try talking to someone else,
yeah,
doesn't that cause waves? Even though we're not talking anymore, she knows this.
Well, why would she know you're talking to someone else?
Let's say I try the handoff technique. Let's say I try the handoff technique to Tristan, right?
Okay.
And Tristan's not about really trying to smash. He's just handing it. I'm handing it off, but he's at the same time not really into it, so he doesn't really do anything. But she comes over to, let's say, his place, right? Let's say, he has his own spot, whatever, and we go to his house, and she's there, but I bring someone.
Why would you do that?
But why not? But I bring someone I'm talking to now at this point.
Well, bro, you gotta space it out. I mean, if you're doing the handoff,
so you say,
and a week later you're bringing a new girl, it's not gonna work.
I know, but that means I gotta pause my time.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about you. It's about your feelings.
But I gotta look out for me because at the end of the day, it's, you know what I mean. It is kind of selfish.
Absolutely. The handoff does not work if you're gonna bring a new girl the following week.
All right. Well, I haven't done the handoff technique because I
for other reasons.
So I hog the ball.
For other reasons.
I'm a Michael Jordan. You know, I like to hog the ball sometimes. You know, when I'm hot. You know,
I write that one down. That's another one we should get to.
Definitely. But
what about Trizzy? Trizzy, what about you with
handoffs?
Handoffs and post talking to girls after you've already had sex. I think you're better at me even with that.
Post talking,
like after you have sex, you still will hang out as friends.
Yeah. But they typically initiate
communication again.
But I mean that's generally how it is in general. Like I'll do everything, but usually you have to initiate it. So they'd still want to chill. I'm not going to say no or anything. I'll still chill with them. And even if I do want sex, I won't make the first move.
In bed.
I mean, well, where else would I
No, I thought you meant like, I don't know what I meant.
Yeah, sexually I won't make the first move.
Okay.
Right? But if they make the first move, then I'll whatever will happen will happen. But
so you never initiate sex?
No, I didn't. That's not what it
is. Okay, just at the beginning.
For people that I say, I'm like, hey, I know I don't like her like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to keep it friends, and I don't want to bring it to something else. I won't initiate. Right? I'm trying to
not burn the bridge.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. If they initiate, right? Yeah, listen, I'll probably go through with it, but I'll try to show that listen, I'm not interested in sex. I'll still chill with them, but I won't initiate anything. I'll try to not get myself in situations
if
like end up in my bed and all that.
That's exactly why I don't bring them to the crib when I'm in that phase. I don't want to be tempted because it's much easier for her to make a move like that when she's in your crib than when you're walking with her in I don't know in the mall or the movies. You know, unless she's a freak, then okay. Yeah. But it's hard to turn it down because then you gotta insult her when she's over.
That's what you ask. Like,
if you're trying to do that, you gotta insult her, look at her face, and be like, "No thanks." If you know what I'm saying? You have no excuse.
That would hurt a lot.
Yeah. That's why I don't bring him to the crib when I'm doing that.
It's mixed messages.
Yeah,
I'm the king of that.
King mixed messages, absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah. In terms of handoffs, I don't know. I've never really. I don't do the handoff, to be honest.
But you're not greedy either, though.
No, I'm not greedy. I just don't think. Well, I've been in a relationship. I've been in a relationship. Yeah, I mean, 8 years out of my adult life or something like that. So it's only recently, and there's no one that I would want to bring
into friends
in terms of handoff. But I mean, handoff usually is if I'm trying to, if you're trying to not get rid of them. But there's no girls that
you had to hand off.
I had to like get rid of them. Like they kind of got the idea and maybe just stop talking as often. But yeah.
So I actually remember one of I guess it's a pseudo story. Is I was talking to this one girl. It was MSN day. Was it MSN days or Facebook days? It must have been Facebook days. It was Facebook, and I added her, and she was very, very attractive. And then
oh, I know this one.
I think you guys are. I was talking to her, and she wasn't really like giving me attention back. I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And she'd be like, "Nothing much," or like "NMU," you know, that kind of bullshit. Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck!" I'm like, okay. I'm trying to make conversation. Then I saw that she lived near Trizzy, so I was like, "Oh, Trizzy, do you know this girl? Like, I see you have a bunch of friends. Like, she was really attractive." So I was looking at like where could this could go, whatever. And Chiz goes, "Yeah, I hit that." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Are you still talking to her?" And he's like, "Yeah, a little bit here and there." I'm like, "Do you care if I try to talk to her too?" And he's like, "Nope, don't give a shit." I'm like, "Okay." So, but she wasn't into me at all. She was feeling shit.
Wasn't having that.
Nope, she was not having it. And I tried.
I just told Justin the other day that on Tinder I matched up with that same one that we always match up with. That he done his 1-2 thing with.
I'm not sure which one this is.
The one with the same name as one of our friends.
Still don't know. That's okay.
At that point, thought he got it. He didn't know. Anyways, I was like, Her, I was like, nah, I definitely wouldn't even want the handoff for that. Just cause, I don't know.
We can also. I keep talking about things we should talk about.
That's good though.
We should talk about what will make you go back to one that you burned a bridge on. Like if you've burned a, actually we talk about it now.
Yeah.
If you burned a bridge, or have you ever burned a bridge?
I went back. I swam back.
And went and swam back.
I wouldn't say I swam. I say I'd use canoes.
Okay, now what do you mean? What's the difference between swimming and canoeing?
Well, swimming you use more. There's more energy involved. Canoeing, you just do a few rows.
Okay, I'm with you.
I like that. You guys like that? Is that okay?
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going, but yeah,
it worked. I got it.
You got it to a nice place.
I'm glad. There's a few that but I only use the reason why I use canoe is because I can go back.
Now you're gonna kill the canoe.
I will. But what I want to say is the reason why I do that is just, it's only because I'm probably going for just like a beat or something. When like on a dry spell or something. And,
okay, so
you know what I mean.
A lot of the terms we use, I don't know if people know what that means.
A dry spell.
Dry spell.
Well, it just means you're not getting none for a while. You haven't gotten any for a while, and you just gotta get your dick wet.
Jeez. Okay. Vulgar.
It is what it is. Like you know what I mean.
I have that the DJ envy syndrome where I feel like I gotta explain every fucking thing.
Explain to people.
Explain to people what dry spell means. Fuck, everyone knows what dry spell means. I don't gotta explain that. That's my bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But
okay, so you're saying you only go back when you're trying to fuck.
For most of the girls I spoke to and I've done that for, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only did it just to get some.
Okay.
I don't think I've gone back because I wanted
to wife it.
Yeah.
How do you go back?
It's
how do you build your canoe?
The canoe, I have the same canoe. It's always the same one. The same one. And
that means you're using it often. if it's in good shape, if it's in good running shape, that means you're often going back.
But I basically, it's that random. Let me see. Like I'll go through my contacts, scroll through them. And I was like, I wonder what this person is up to.
What's that first text like?
That first text is just like, oh hey, it's been a long time. What's going on? And then I just sometimes it does. And then it's either I get, oh it's fine, thanks you, or it's hey, it's been a long time. Let's or it's who is this?
Yeah. Okay. The cold as ice.
I've gotten who is this. I think maybe once or twice.
That's cold.
I mean, it was like one time was a different. The person didn't have the same number anymore.
Okay.
And the other time they literally just deleted my number.
Yeah.
But it was like I haven't spoken to him for a long time. For the ex that I've gone back to who you hate.
Whoa. Which one are we talking about?
We talking about like apartment days.
Voldemort.
No, before that.
Oh, okay.
That one, I used to go back and forth every once in a while, but that was kind of clear at one point. I was just like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I made that kind of clear with her. It was like not gonna go anywhere,
right?
And I've never gone out with her publicly type of thing, so she kind of got the message. And at the same time, she's done the same thing too. She's used her own canoe to come through over too. So
yeah, I witnessed.
You witnessed that one time, yeah. Exactly.
We all witnessed that a couple times.
Oh yeah, you guys were all there.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. That was hilarious and unexpected. So yeah, I've done it, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that,
I think to continue on the topic and also into Girl of the Week / Story of the Week, since
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, since whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about your old thing that you were dating.
Okay.
And why don't we do your perspective of the situation?
Okay. All right.
And then I could tell you, because I'm friends with this person as well.
So you can tell her.
And I could tell you the real perspective of the situation.
That's the real one.
Without old Lex tunnel vision.
Okay.
No, I can tell you because I was there too. I seen this. I seen it.
Okay.
From both ends. So.
All right. So it started off.
I just how you met her.
Okay, so I met her at I believe it was my birthday.
Yeah.
It was my birthday, and I was already I was still talking to somebody at the time because she was at the party too.
Okay.
And
yes,
I was. And this happens at parties, not all the time, but every once in a while, I got a little nudge from Jimmy, and he's like, yo, can I talk to you upstairs for a quick minute? And did you do it for this time? I think you did.
Or I tell you they like you?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't this time. Like I told you, I only found out later on via text.
That's right. So I met her at the party. Didn't really speak to her. I spoke to her for like maybe like 5 minutes because she was at the house. I have, I'm not gonna be an asshole and not talk to people that are there, even though I barely knew her.
Right.
And maybe like a week or two later, the girl that I was talking to, we slowly like stopped talking, and that's another story in itself.
Yeah.
And Jimmy said, "Yo, that girl that was at this party is feeling you."
Why don't we name her? Why don't we give her a name for the purpose of this story's gonna be?
Okay, well, we can call her Janet.
Janet. It's 1979 name.
You asked me her name. I
Janet. Got it. Okay, so Janet. Yeah, I tell you, Janet's feeling you. Yeah.
You told me Janet's feeling me, and at first I was a bit hesitant on it. And he showed me the Facebook, and I was like, don't know.
Why were you hesitant?
I think I'm still feeling the other girl that we slowly stopped talking to. I stopped talking to her.
Okay.
But, obviously for other reasons, I stopped talking to her.
Okay.
So then eventually, I told Jimmy to line it out. He did. We went out.
But
no,
you're missing a part of the story.
We didn't go out the first time. The first time she came over.
No, but you're missing a part of the story where I asked you to make sure you don't hurt her and all this. This is actually where I can sound like a good guy for once.
Oh no, you didn't ask that until after. Remember I called you the day after we chilled on Valentine's Day, because we chilled Valentine's weekend.
I didn't tell you beforehand. Maybe you should make sure don't.
No, I spoke to you on the phone, and then that's when you said it.
Oh, okay.
And I remember like footnote. I remember where I was standing.
No, you're wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm positive
because I remember
I told her. And I told you, both of you are not in a good place for this right now. I said, I'm not trying to be blocking. I don't want to be blocking. But I remember telling her, I said, he's not ready.
You told me that you said that to her. I remember
not ready because she asked about you.
Yeah.
And I said, he's not ready for a relationship yet. And don't get it. I hate that's the first impression of, they're getting. I'm not a block.
No.
I don't block anything.
No.
But in this situation, you're out of a bad relationship. I'm not sure at what point it was. I knew you were just out there being an absolute killer in the situation, and I knew she was out of a relationship that was not the best. So I just knew both of you weren't in a place that, in my opinion, that you wanted a relationship. So I told you, I said, hey, before you go and
but you did tell. I remember you told me that you said that she wasn't in in the best place.
Yes.
And you did say, if anything, you go slow. You did say that.
I said go slow, and we said if you're gonna hit it,
yeah,
you have to date her for at least 3 months.
Okay.
That's what I said.
I remember you saying that.
Officially be with her and try it out for 3 months.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Then the same day I told you about what happened on the first day of me and her chilling alone.
I guess we got the dates to make. So anyways. Alright, so continue with the story.
So I remember when it was Valentine's weekend, but it was not the day of. It was the day before.
Mm-hmm. This is like New Year's and not your birthday.
No. This is no. Yeah, it was my birthday.
Because it took a while for you guys to date.
Yeah, it took a while. It took a while.
September to February.
Yeah. I was still talking to.
Yeah. Okay.
Another girl. Yeah.
But that's when I told you both of you guys to chill. That's what around that time.
Okay.
So, I took her to this place. We went to this jumping place. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
The trampoline stuff. We had a good time. And then. What happened? Yeah. Was it the day before? Yeah, so then she was sleeping over. And I remember what you told me. And I was like because she wanted to have sex. And I pulled the U. Right?
What was it mean?
I turned her down.
Oh. Okay, yes.
Remember?
Yes.
So I heard where I was going with this, but
this guy. Okay, let me try and sum up because I feel.
Tell my point of view of the relationship. So basically, long story short,
long,
yeah, very long. I turned it down, and then I spoke to you on the phone about how I'm feeling it a little, but not that much. And you said, "Do what you have to do. Don't hurt her. Date her for 3 months." I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Give her time.
Give her some. Yeah, exactly. And I said, all right, well, we'll see what goes because I didn't hit yet.
Yeah.
And we started talking. We took her out a few times, and then eventually I hit, and it kind of just
And to be, this is we get some context. This girl's very attractive.
Yeah, she's
beautiful girl.
She's very beautiful. Yeah, she's a beautiful girl. Like, I started feeling it a little bit. I had my 1-2 little issues that I try to like look over and stuff like that, and there's a few times she pissed me off in my house and shit. Like, obviously, but that comes with the territory.
Yeah,
right?
fights happen.
Yeah, fights happen and stuff like that. But then I realized that
this is where it gets good.
In a short span of time. Right?
This is where it gets so good.
Yeah, it doesn't get good. She got mad comfortable, right?
Oh, I think it was over there. This guy is in denial.
What
I gotta stop looking at my hand. Bro, you're literally in denial. Like, you have tunnel vision when it comes to these things.
But what do you think I was gonna say?
Trizzy, what do you think I was gonna say with
you're falling back a little bit on
your religious
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
Oh, yes. That didn't happen till after, though.
What?
That didn't happen till after. That was like maybe like 2 months in. I said that.
Okay.
Because when my brother told me he was getting engaged, that's when.
So I don't know the dates, but
I know.
Let me try and sum up. Actually, no. I want to hear your explanation first before I sum up my side from what I heard. What happened from the religious point forward, or just explain to us the religion point?
Religion point was okay. So I have a religious background, okay, and I was talking to my brother just about relationships in general, okay, and he asked me a very simple question: was do I know this girl long enough to actually like sleep with her? You know what I mean? And like be with her and all that stuff like that. Because he was on his whole I'm marrying another girl tip, so it was a bit contagious.
Right, you already hit.
Yeah. I know. This is
so. Why were you asking that?
No. It just came up in a conversation.
Okay. Sorry.
Right? And I told him I was talking to this girl, and I've known her for a few months, and anyway, we were talking. He was telling me about how I think his point was when he said, "Yo, when you do something wrong the first time, you feel really bad about it, but then when you continue doing it, you feel less and less bad about it, right?" And I said, "Yeah, what's your point about it?" He's like, "Well, like, for example, losing virginity before marriage as a religious point of view, the more I kept doing it, the less I felt bad about doing it in the eyes of God type of thing, right? Like, it just got deeper and deeper type of thing." So he kind of guilt tripped me for a bit, and I kind of understood what he was basically saying was like, "Yo, you shouldn't just be sexing a bunch of girls."
Which I agree with to a certain degree.
To a certain degree, and like, you shouldn't be sexing a bunch of girls, and if you're not really liking the person you're talking to, you're just messing up with her at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I said, all right, maybe I should try not to just be fucking around and just fucking and get to know her like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I brought this up to her.
Right.
Right? And she was good with it.
Okay.
For a bit.
So you basically told her no more sex.
I didn't say no more sex. I said this is what's going on with me right now. I explained the situation.
Yeah.
She said she understood, right?
Okay.
And I was like, cool. But then I was like, this is kind of selfish of me asking her to do this. For me.
All right.
You know what I mean? This is what I'm like, yo, I'm telling her to hold out for a bit. For what? You know what I mean? Because I had a religious epiphany or something like that. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like she's like soon to be my wife or something like that. It was just a girl I started talking to and I sort of like, okay. James is taking it. So I felt that it was selfish of me to ask her that, and while I was going through my state, it's not right for me to keep her. You know what I mean? From that, and if I'm wasting her time,
you thought I should just end it.
I thought I should end it so that she can do what she needs to do, and I can figure out me.
Yes, and she's very happy now.
She's very happy right now.
Now, let's unpack this, as Charlemagne would say. Let's unpack this. Trizzy, were you living with him at this point?
No.
Not yet.
No,
okay,
he wasn't there yet.
If you can get your point of view on it, but
No, he wasn't there yet.
But Trizzy, you were there in the garage when he came with this. Trizzy, I remember Trizzy saying, Trizzy was the only. I think him or one other person was like, everyone. Okay, let me give some backstory. And by the way, I have a lisp, so it comes and goes. I can feel it coming on now. We're all chilling in the garage doing our regular garage talks that we do, I don't know, once a month with all of our friends or the majority of the close friends that we have.
Yeah.
So it's about 11 or 12 of us, and we're drinking, hanging out. And then Lex goes and basically says, "Yo, I'm not doing the sex thing no more. I'm not having sex no more." And then I remember I said, "Oh, because Lex before that and before this relationship was killing the game. He was doing his thing." So I was like, "Oh, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I went through a similar phase. So yeah, I get it." And Shitty looked at Lex and said, "You full of shit," or they were like, I don't know if he said that. Basically, he's like, "I don't believe a word of this." He just was not having any of it. Jesse as well was saying, "This makes no sense." And then the rest of us, the other 8, were like, "Oh, good for you. It's happy that you're, I don't know, whatever this is."
Yeah. It's a phase.
And maybe Triz can explain his point of view on why he said that or where he was with that in that situation. But
no, I didn't believe that all of a sudden. Most of all, I didn't know, like, don't talk with your brother and shit, but I mean, and all of a sudden that now you're just not gonna have sex and you're on some kind of extremely good path here forward. I was like,
on a Wednesday,
yeah,
it's like
exactly.
some random day
It's not on the Wednesday
to wake up.
I slept on the Wednesday.
So I was like, man, that's bullshit. And then I started to believe it.
I
did it though, but I did do it
that
for a while.
include no jerking off either.
I did it for a while. Though.
I'm talking, no jerking off, no sex, no nothing. He said nothing.
Yeah.
And you went for a little. I don't know how long you went.
I went
2
for
months.
a while, bro. Longer than that, man. I went like.
Oh, but then she sucked your dick. Like, what are you saying? And then you were like, "Oh, she should have done."
Oh yeah. No, but then I'm talking about after that, all that. I thought you meant after the relationship. I went for a while. I did.
So here's my point of view in a very summed up situation of what happened, because I was there for the whole thing. Lex goes and the whole first part's true. So there's nothing to change about that. I said, give it 3 months because I knew that she's a good girl. I knew that they'd spend more time together and he would, maybe she'd grow on him, and it happened. So me and Lex were talking, and the 3 months were in, or I don't know what point it was, and he's like, "Yeah, man, Ty, oh fuck, Janet." That's my bad. Janet is getting a new job out by ABC, and it's closer to here, so I think that maybe she's gonna end up, maybe moving in, or hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please. Yeah, finish. I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry. You're right.
I think maybe she's gonna end up moving in, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, my first thought was it's kind of soon, but I was like, "Well, it makes sense, sure. You have a house to yourself. Whatever the case may be."
Lonely.
Not necessarily lonely.
No. There was nobody in that house.
Okay, there was no one there.
I was by myself.
So
you know what I mean?
So then I'm like, all right, cool, and out of nowhere, what is it, like 2 weeks later, this guy comes and tells everyone in the garage, "I ain't fucking no more." And I'm like, "But you're in a relationship. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just realized that, whatever the case." He didn't come with like some bullshit on some preachy stuff to like, I'm religious as well, but he didn't come in on a preachy tip of like, we should follow, or he was just saying himself. So I was like, "Well, did you tell Janet this?" He's like, "Yeah, I spoke to her, and because she wanted a relationship, said she's willing to deal with that." She said, "Yeah, I'm open to dealing with this. I'm okay with not having sex, whatever the case may be." And then fucking 2 weeks after that, he's like, "Little dog, she doesn't get it. She's not getting it. She's trying to suck my dick." I was like, "Are you kidding me?
That's what I said.
How do you expect this girl to adapt that fast?"
No, that's what I said.
How do you expect this girl to adapt that fast when you just figured it out yourself 2 weeks ago?
That's what I said.
And then 2 weeks later, you broke up with her.
No.
And you burned the bridge, okay? And then here's the worst part of the story.
Okay.
After that, there was a lot of animosity between her and him, and it was reflecting on me because me and her are friends, and she was telling me why did I set her up with, and I got mad because I told them both they're both not ready, and whatever. We passed our stuff out. She didn't come to no gatherings, no functions for a long period of time because he would always be there.
Yeah, that one time comes.
So the one time, it's my wife's birthday, okay, and was it the fire pit one? Whatever we did, it was fire pit.
Yeah.
We're having a get together. This is after my wedding, and the wedding went well because Lex was at the table. It wasn't there near her, so she didn't have to speak to him. The wedding went well,
and I had someone else.
Yeah, he did. And the wedding went well, and so she's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll come to the fire pit." She comes late night because she didn't want to do the whole time with everybody. She came late.
After everyone's done drinking.
Everyone's drinking.
Boy had enough drinks.
Lex was already
talking to somebody right now, so that person's on my mind.
He
doing
is
my thing.
sitting in front of the fire.
Chilling.
I go inside to get Janet and I come back by the fire. At the time, Lex is dating another girl. Let's call her Whitney. All right.
Okay.
I don't know why. Let's just call her Whitney. He's dating a girl named Whitney. Keep in mind, he dated Janet for a good 4 or 5 months or something like this. So just keep that in mind.
The name from Whitney to like Jennifer. Thus the reason.
No. That's I'm not gonna do that. You don't deserve that.
I do deserve that.
No.
Yeah.
Leaving in Whitney. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I bring Janet to the fire to say hello to everybody because everybody was by the fire.
Here we go.
And I sit down, and then Lex turns around,
intoxicated,
looks at her dead in her face, and goes, "Whoa. Whitney! Is that you, Whitney?"
That's not what I said.
And I said, "Oh, fuck." And then Janet just looked at him like, "No."
That's not what I said.
She then got up, walked to the house, and left within 15 minutes. And that was the wrap between her ever coming to another one of our functions.
All right.
That is a to bring it full circle.
Can I defend
That
myself?
is the definition of burning the bridge. That's the definition of it. Doesn't get. I don't know if it gets worse than that, but oh fuck. Yeah, go ahead, defend that.
I just like to defend myself. First of all, their real names are very similar, okay? And I was talking to two girls at that time with the same name as each other. As fucked as that sounds, okay? Now, when she came, okay, since all their names start off with the same thing, it slipped. And I said it once, and she said hi, and I said, "Hey, what's up?" And I called her the other girl's name.
No, you just said Whitney. Is that Whitney?
I didn't. Now, why would I
say, "Hey, what's up"?
I say Whitney. That. Oh, well, I meant to. Well, yeah, whatever.
That's what you meant.
No, you didn't say, "Hey, what's up"? You just looked her in her face and said Whitney.
But I meant to say it was her name. Like, the fact that I was, a little intoxicated didn't really help doesn't really help my case.
Let's just look at her from her point of view.
Yeah, I can see that
she dated you for
big
almost
asshole.
4 or 5 months.
100%.
Almost ready to move in, and you can't remember her name less than 6 months later. Not only do you not remember her name, you call her another name to her face. That's fucked. That is fucked up.
I guess that's burning the bridge.
That is burning the bridge.
Well, we could talk on another podcast of what would you do in my scenario.
I wouldn't do that.
I know, obviously.
I'll do it.
You know what I mean? But when we talk about what to do in a scenario and changing our feet, whatever, we could, talk about that.
And I think, what was that? We're at an hour now, I think, right? Roughly an hour?
Yeah.
Are you paused it?
No, I didn't pause it.
Oh.
This guy whispered. Did you pause it?
I paused it. That was like an hour?
That was a fast hour.
That was a fast hour, so I guess that's a wrap for that.
That's a wrap for that. We don't have an outro or anything yet. That was kind of sudden, but I think we got a good full circle of what we're talking about.
And yeah, how this might go and how it works, just in how do you feel?
Yeah, it was good.
This guy's worse with synonyms, or maybe he's cool. Okay, sorry, it's fine. It's okay. That's okay. I left part out. It's fine.
No, that's good. No, it was good. It was cool. It was
Did I
cool.
miss? That shit went right over my head. Like, what I miss? I'm sorry.
Oh fuck, maybe we won't end that part out. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Trizzy, you're saying, yeah.
No, I thought it was good. No, it was good.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty good.
How did you feel? Yeah,
I felt like it went pretty smooth. Like,
it went a lot smoother than I thought. We kind of went topic a little rusty at the beginning for myself, a little fucked up there a little bit. But yeah, I think it went.
It's just a project for fun, right?
It went well. So that's the gibberish.
Thanks for tuning in.
I'm not gonna say the episode number because I'm not sure what rate or how we're gonna release these, but
okay.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll come out with more soon.
All right.
All right.
Double.